Phoenix. I mean, Cumberland, this is a team that has been winning, but not where they need to be. The consistency has been a bit missing here, Vincent. And now heading into the NECC playoffs, this team, they're looking to rewrite their story and break through some barriers.
Yeah, like this team has been on the cusp of being into that like top 10, top 15 conversation for a long time. And I think especially in this run of NECC, I mean, they come in as the better of the two when it comes to the win-loss, and I think slightly higher seeded as well. They've made changes into this, and that leads us to this roster where I mean, we know Cluey, but Kay, especially along with Swarm and Ruin, have been brought in alongside Cluey and Morg to really solidify this roster, and Swarm in particular has been phenomenal for them this season.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that this is a team that shows promise for Cumberland, and I'm excited to see what kind of heights they can bring inside of the playoffs of NECC. But their challengers tonight, Converse, White, I mean, their stories not too far off from what we were talking about for Cumberland. It seems like Converse have been a little ahead of the curve between the two. Lots of experiences in areas outside of collegiate, and that has really formed a strong core with this school. I mean, the team, it has kind of took a bit of a shocking twist this season, Vincent, but since the pieces has fallen together, it has looked really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, J. Cruel's a name you'll know. I mean, from his time with Complexity, I think that's definitely the most known team, with the most name value and name recognition. But Excite and JSP, who formed that core, they are two players that, no pun intended, were exciting in the tier 3, tier 2 space. But that leads us into the map, Vito. And I'm just going to take a second here, CMoore, because I don't know what the hell is going on with this Vito, and I'll explain why. So Converse, their best map all season long in NECC has been Bind. They have 5 wins and no losses. They ban out Bind to start this Veto, which throws me off entirely. Split, that makes a little bit more sense. Cumberland, they've been banning Split for the majority of the season, all well and good. But that allows for Lotus to get picked out by this Converse team, which is a huge surprise considering how much they've been playing Bind. But what it does do is it leaves open Breeze, which has previously been Converse's permaban, open for Cumberland. Cumberland, who haven't lost on Breeze. I don't know what's happening.
It's wacky, Vincent. This is a very pivotal part for both teams. Both of these two teams in the regular season for the respective division, I mean, they were fighting for that top seed. And to be honest, statistically, looking back at, the loss versus Converse against Fisher Navy and the loss versus Winthrop for Cumberland, these are two teams that had a shot to be at the top, Vincent. And heading into the winners round 1, heading into the playoffs against each other, I feel like both of them feel that pressure. And with this map pool, we just got to sit back and trust the process.
You know what? Fair enough, right? I mean, this is a group of squads that they're not going to be making these decisions for no reason. I have trust that there's a plan here. It's just crazy to see considering what we have already seen earlier on this season. Love this regress, by the way, from Zeke, one of the new players here for this semester. Getting a bunch of information and allowing for a rotation. It's unfortunate that Converse have made the wrong decision, though. Instead of going towards C, they try and look towards A. Now they're going to get the memo, but it's still not too late, but later than it could have been.
It's a toxic screen from Cluey. Kind of gives an idea that's going to be a hit to A, but the spike is down in C, and Hot Dog looking to take a little bit of space here. Swarm opens up the round with a pick onto Excite. That's going to put Cumberland now in the post plan, and Cluey lurking out and about may have just delivered the nail in the coffin. A flawless round for Cumberland. They start off really good, Vincent. The fake towards A, it works.
Yeah, just that little poke and prod. Doesn't take a lot. Doesn't take much. It's just enough to pull Converse the wrong direction. And so CMoore leading off with a pistol round win. That's always a good way to get started, particularly on Lotus. But Cumberland, they've been a team. I want to just be clear. Both these teams are strong on Lotus. It's not odd to see Converse want to play Lotus. So it's a map they've yet to lose on as well. But question is, will it be the way to go?
I think one thing further for Converse that I think solidifies this pick for them, this is the map that they actually beat Fisher Navy on.
It's true.
So having that in your arsenal, that confidence that you took down one of the best teams in collegiate Valorant.
I mean, they're currently power rank number 3 or that
Yeah.
Fisher Navy roster.
That says a lot, Vincent.
It does. And I think that, having that confidence boost that you've been able to do that definitely goes to, keeping that in the back of your head when it comes to making selections into this. Converse have kept it pretty simple this round. Not too much to see with the setup and not too much in the investment either. I don't know if I mentioned this, CMoore, but did you know that unfortunately Converse are the majority playing with COVID right now?
Oh, that's not a stat I want to know,
Yeah,
but
sorry.
it is, that's unfortunate for Converse, and now we can see if they can have their Michael Jordan flu game. So Swarm gonna blast back into sight. Cumberland starting off strong again into this round where it's only pistols for Converse. They're thrifty, looking to at least do a little bit of damage to Cumberland in this round, but seems like they're only going to really scrounge up 1 kill out of these Cumberland players across the 2 rounds. So this start to Lotus pretty strong for the Phoenix. I mean, it is a thrifty round, so you kind of expect it to go their way, Vincent, especially considering that they forced into Vandals for K and Swarm. So I mean, they put a lot into that round. It's going to go their way.
Yeah, I mean, you would expect nothing less in this round. Gonna be relatively fine for a bonus. I mean, they got 2 Bulldogs, just the single Vandal and Swarm, but got an Outlaw as well. That's something I've actually seen a lot of. Not that I expect to, but
I'm surprised too, because it is a strong gun.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about it, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Lovely push through from Excite, playing up the recon dart. Swings out just the right time. Easy triple kill for Converse to start to take space over towards Mounds. But in response, Cumberland are making some noise here. Cluey, couple shots there for the Bulldog. Actually baits out Zeke, and Zeke's going to be able to confirm that kill. Didn't think Cluey expected Zeke to be hiding within that smoke. So very strong aggression here from Converse in response for this rifle round. They have lost these 2 guns, but all in all, Vincent, not too bad.
No, not at all. And it's not just that recon bolt either, CMoore. It's the paranoia put into place by Blitz, who's just gone down. But fantastic way to get started. But, you got to seal the deal, CMoore. You can't let one man by the name of K overwhelm you.
I was going to say, now it's just way too much damage here. You look Converse, 30 seconds. This is a very losable round.
That's something you never want to hear.
The shoulder's been spotted. J. Cruel has to respect this one. Vandal picked up, and now the dance between K for Mount. J. Cruel knows he's there, but K! Oh, K! A 4K clutch for Cumberland. Incredible. I mean, that was not a round you should have walked away with.
No, not in the slightest. And it all starts, by the way, with just an incredible timing through the dark cover to get the first frag. And, those last couple were brilliant, beautiful shots coming through. And this is one of those new players, right? I mean, coming back in for this spring semester for Cumberland. And I think that K has been an it factor for them consistently this semester. And that's why, right? Being able to bring back a 1v4.
And now Swarm playing off of that win. You can see that it's starting to build here for Cumberland. Blitz nowhere to go. The Trailblazer going to set up for the 3K. The site has fallen. Spike soon to arrive. 4 for Swarm. Playing for the ace now. Patting those stats, Vincent. Zeke should be walking to his tomb. What a start here from Cumberland. And I think even more so, this is a Cumberland team that you look at their history on Lotus. They have success. They have wins, Vincent. But their last win was 15-13 versus TMU. That's a win, but it's not a feel-good win.
No, and I mean, no disrespect to that TMU squad. They're not exactly the high-level competition that you would, be understanding of a close loss. Again, wins are wins. Not taking anything away, but yeah, I think that for me, like, shook the confidence a little bit in this Cumberland Lotus, but what an opening salvo of rounds they've just put together. Swarm has been so fantastic. I mentioned him in the pre-show, but he's a guy that has been really good and very much a pure duelist, right? Every single map, he's going to be on this duelist role and has succeeded really finding his position in this team, I think.
And it looks like that. So, playing for around here for Converse that they need. Swarm's going to pull out the showstopper right away. Look to entry onto B. No one is home. Walls are up. Spike looking to go down. Converse are playing for the retake. It seems like Paranoia out through A. K gonna get two. J. Cruel continuing with this trade fest. It's a pinch, a split over towards A through B. And they have broken past Converse. Zeke rushing to see if he can pull this one back.
That was wild, by the way. Converse ended up in a perfect setup to counteract Cumberland's move through A. I mean, I like the play call from Cumberland, but Converse were in the perfect place to counteract it. Still, they couldn't overwhelm. Still, despite a couple of trades, they go down.
Zeke's going to be spotted by the alarm pod. Everybody turns around for Cumberland. 1v3 now, 1v2. This is still on the cards here. Plenty of time for Zeke to play this one out, but with the swarm grenade going to be popped, Zeke playing for the save. Another good option for Converse. Trying to hold onto this rifle into the next round. K all the way over towards C. 5 seconds. This should be Zeke carrying this Vandal over for sure.
Gonna get away with it. I mean, that's good news. And, you know, as we see them taking time out, I like the early call to get in there. I mentioned that this team has a lot of experience in that.
Best in a Converse just yet. I think this is a very uncharacteristic start from them for Lotus, so I don't want to count them out. Yes, they're starting off slow, but I'd say give them time here. I have expectations for Converse, and these are nowhere close to the expectations that I have been seeing. I'm not sure if it is just the par for the course for how their day has been, Vincent, but expecting a turnaround sooner or later.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Gonna see a little bit of control being taken by Converse out towards route this time around. Oh, that's tough.
Sight. No armor. That is just going to be so much damage from Swarm. This paint shells. J. Cruel has to back off, and flashbacks on in. I mean, very simple, but Zeke with that rifle has arrived, able to trade out onto Swarm, but K and Chloe just collecting.
Great wherewithal there from Ren, just to wait, watch for the attempt at recovery of that rifle as well. That's a tough one for Morg.
So we've seen a 1v4 out of K, 1v4 from JSP possibly. It's not going to be easy. Look how far Chloe has to rotate though, and a lot of these fights are going to be isolated. Just doesn't expect K to be in that corner. Just standing on top outside of C. So I mean, Cumberland, they go 6-0, and I think Converse, this is where we need to see them step up. Finally, they're going to have those rifles back in their hands, and they have 4 ultimates.
I'm right there with you. Part of that, though, is K currently 9-0. You know, just we're talking about fantastic score lines. Up 6-0, and that 1v4, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Helping out. No op or anything, but we do have the Odin onto Excite. You know, attempt, I think, to put some more pressure out here towards the A site early.
A lot of focus here towards A. The Odin is going to be heard, and all the utility that's being thrown out by Converse is going to give away. That is a triple stack through the wall. J. Cruel just waiting in line through B. Shuts down Hot Dog as the Omen off for Cumberland. But the lockdown from the attacker is going to be initiating what seems like trying to push these members away from B. And take a look at Zeke. This whole time has been gaining space through Mound. So showstopper from JSP secures the kill onto Chloe, shuts down the presence over towards A, and now Cumberland have been funneled into B.
When they're trying to get the Hunter's Fury out to stop the plant, they'll do that and more.
Spike down B.
Spike not only down, but the planter dead in the attempt.
I got the spike.
Okay, gonna have to do it one more time. Still has 40 seconds to play with and the spike in hand, so there is that chance. But it is a very difficult one at that.
I think the stars are aligning here.
Certainly has the
30
space.
seconds left.
Zeke's falling off the site. Gonna have to re-clear this one. K has no idea. And Zeke's gonna put him down executioner style. First round there from Converse. Zeke's gonna let him know. And I feel like Zeke just looking to try to bring this team back. And that was a fantastic round from Converse, all things considered. I mean, the lockdown thrown down onto B, Vincent, and then you see both members on Converse over on A and C push to get that information. It forces Cumberland to only go one place.
I mean, even before that, CMoore, it's about the showstopper. JSP knows when that lockdown gets activated, he's got to find some information to either try and shut down the lockdown or figure out if this is actually going to be a B hit. Pulls the showstopper out and ends up dispatching with, I think it was Cluey that was over there towards Rubble. Regardless of who it was, though, JSP making the mid-round play to certainly force Cumberland into that bad scenario.
I've got your trail.
Oh, and Chloe, a little bit of fun banter back and forth here. It looks, I'm excited. Excite the Odin. Oh, the Odin. I was wondering when we'd get to see it play, and here it is. Although the Seekers are going to catch them, Blitz going to continue this trade fest 3-on-3. Ren going to have to use this regrowth to bring Chloe back up to full health, but 60 seconds, plenty of time to see this all unfold.
Not only hit with the Seekers, but paranoid in the process. There was just no getting out of that alive.
It's the whole kitchen sink.
Had already picked up a frag, so still leaves them even. There's the lockdown defensively as well.
Let's saw Chloe. K didn't see Blitz. And you can know that Converse are calling for the full rotation without Cumberland. Knowing this, they're going to have a chance to hit this right away with that lockdown, Vincent. Cumberland shouldn't be able to set up.
Oh, but look at this. K knows that Viper's or the lockdown is a possibility. That's why they're getting aggressive.
2v3 lockdown now for J. Cruel. Gonna have to find a way into this Viper's pit. The alarm bot, the swarm grenade, trying to keep Cumberland away, keep them inside the detaining spot, but they're gonna have to swing out together. And J. Cruel knows this. They line up and the detain, the knife for the triple kill. J. Cruel. Trap, set, sprung, and secured.
Oh, that's massive. And, you know, Cumberland actually did a really good job of playing against that. They did everything they could have, taking the space towards heaven, trying to deny that area, right? K was pushing up there, even gets a free kill, and they all three line up to push forward to deny the lockdown, but J. Cruel just says, nah, that ain't happening. And J. Cruel is a player, CMoore, that has been really strong individually a long time, but he's had to make some adjustments for this team, right? Typically has been a controller player, a smokes player, I think most of his career actually, but certainly on this Converse team. And he's had to adjust onto the Sentinel role. And that's allowed for Blitz to get into the controller instead. And he's done a great job of just entirely embracing that change.
I want to see more of it. No pun intended. That's not the point of my name, but
we get it, CMoore.
But it's the honesty, though. I want to just continue to see these teams expanding on their strengths, and in doing so, this could bring them through these hurdles that they've met. Operator Excite, almost having their shoulder clipped through the wall. The Altorb's going to be collected. K. What? JSP.
Pardon me?
I want to see that from JSP's point of view, but Swarm going to take an audible over towards B. Swarm grenade from J. Cruel going to split them up. The paranoia. Swarm wants to get some space here, and looks like he will.
Oh, Swarm's position, though, is so fantastic. He's looking for it. No way! J. Cruel's clearing him.
And Converse are getting away with everything. Hot Dog's going to miss the op shot. I'm not sure why the op is in link. But it has allowed Converse now for a 5. Onto retake. Ren now all alone. Minimal damage done onto Converse. The spike gets planted, but Converse are back in this game. And these past 3 rounds have been clinical.
Howard, dude, Zeke is absolutely absurd with the body shooting. He's just non-stopping. I'm here for this. This is so fun.
It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games.
Hey, you know me, CMoore. I'm down for a little little body shoot, a little tactical crouching.
Hey, my intro to esports was Call of Duty. I know a thing or two about spamming that crouch button.
And, yeah, I just real quick back here. That all starts again with JSP.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not lighting up the leaderboard, but it's the crucial kills, one or two of them, that early into the round that are finding success.
Oh, the collateral! J. Cruel. Seems like both Killjoys want to just be the difference maker. Zeke's going to drop the snake bite, and oh boy.
Who said the KJ can't up? Not me.
Definitely not me.
Oh, just round feels done after that, right? Like, it's the opening, like, 15 seconds, and you're just down 2 players after 1 shot.
Well, hold on, Vincent. Louis looking for something. Zeke's not going to give it to him. The snake bite's going to be thrown down, and both C and A are locked.
Well, I mean, at this point, what is unlocked? Feels like nothing. Look at how far up Blitz is here at Rubble. This is fantastic. Whoa, Louis. Well, it was fantastic. I stand by the statement, but Chloe said no thank you.
The wall's going to go up. Chloe drops it. JSP waiting for a chance, and now the satchel to safety. Hot Dog has made his way in towards trees, but Morg's going to be clipped. Zeke there for a little bit of overwatch over their teammates, and Converse's resurgence just gets better and better, Vincent. J. Cruel, second time so far this half we've seen J. Cruel go big. The lockdown into the triple kill with the knife, and now a collateral. I mean, it's ridiculous. This story is... What goes on between those eyes?
You're just terrified? It's like, that is the 1,000-yard stare.
She's looking 2 separate ways, too. It's like... I mean,
right,
that is a character that has their priorities set straight. They know they're able to watch 2 separate angles at the same time.
Up 6-0. Cumberland now just 2 rounds to spare. Oh, don't do it. Don't give it to him again.
Brother. Showstopper. Swarm. Little Hail Mary. Paint shells. And it's still nothing to beat. JSP and Zeke silencing them. Zeke trying to reel their way off of C. Falling back. Still catches K. Wall bang. 2 versus 5. Lots of damage done here from Cumberland. But is it going to be enough? Now down to 4. Renton looking for some guns here. Finally gets their hands onto a Vandal. But JSP has slipped in. It's all onto Morg. 68 health. 1v4. Jake Cruel's going to put it away. 5-6. Converse now 1 round away from evening up this half from 6 rounds down.
And this is why when you said at that 5-0, 6-0 mark, when it was even before that, I think it was at 4, where Converse take the timeout, you mentioned, I'm not ready to shut the book on Converse just yet. Not ready to just say they're out of this. And this is why. It's because they have these it factors. They have these individuals that can make the difference and that have been doing so in these last 5 rounds, nearly bringing this to a tied game. We've got another chance.
We're so back.
They're so back.
I mean, we're so back. This is a banger. JSP sneaking away with a kill on the Swarm, but won't get away from K. Yeah, wall banged. Ultimates here for both teams, Vincent. Lockdown for Converse, Seekers for Cumberland, if they want to decide which site best fits them.
The Seekers could be really helpful considering the position of the Sova on the A site. On my mark. Certainly something that you would love to get information of, but this is ambitious. This looks like it's going to be an A fake.
This looks like it is going to be a C hit here, but as soon as you see the operator, do you want to go? Seekers out at A. Blitz immediately peeking out to get rid of Chloe. The Seekers are getting all the information over towards these players at A, but the spike still not decided. Ren's got to be careful. Lots of noise running away from this one, and Zeke moving over towards Waterfall with the Vandal.
30 seconds left.
They're going to get out onto C. That's not really the question. It's a matter of, are they going to even get into a post plant, considering Zeke now has a rifle, not the operator.
He's going to be able to get this plant down.
That's when the lockdown gets activated.
Here.
Vendors
Just chill.
need to get them off site. You gotta go. I'm not sure if K's actually going to get to safety. You know, the detain's going to be here. Zeke ready for the pop out, and there it is. Zeke gets 2. K detained. Shorty's not going to finish the job, but the defuse is coming through. Converse. 6
Zeke is thirsting, man.
rounds in a row. 6 rounds in a row, Vincent.
Switching sides.
Dude, Zeke is on a different level right now. Did you see what just happened? He stopped shooting him because he wanted to go knife him.
I mean, Zeke's in a silly, goofy mood. We all know that. We can see it.
He absolutely is. And I'm here for it, personally. I'm loving it.
It's just what happened to Cumberland.
Well, I mean, here, let me just kind of toss a couple ideas at you, right? Because there is a world where part of this is Cumberland not quite stepping up in these rounds, but I actually think that it's all to do with Converse. I think that, you know, J. Cruel having that big impact moment, that was those mid-round plays with JSP, all of those game-changing, and then the retakes have been fantastic in the back half of that first half.
Yeah, the information gathering from Converse has been out of this world for sure. But even still, Cumberland, with 6 rounds to start this, just got silenced, Vincent. And info gathering isn't going to net you 6 rounds in a row. I mean, Cumberland fell flat on their face. And onto their defensive side, I mean, this is definitely going to be a struggle.
Well, they get the B site. Will Converse. Plant. Uncontested. Now, holding it, that's another story, though. Everybody
Regrowth.
ready to go back in for Cumberland almost immediately.
Yeah, but the regrowth is set to bring them back up. You see JSP now looking for a little bit of extra space. The exit strategy is found, and they backed up in B main. JSP, another one in the round, down to 2.
One enemy remaining.
Now, here's where Converse actually win that round, because Cumberland, they were in position to go for the retake aggressively. They got pushed back, and then that's when Converse take heaven. Double push. They have JSP and Zeke walking forward, and both of them get a kill. That's when the round's over. You got to take a lot of space on the B side if you're going to win on the pistol round, and that's exactly what Converse do.
Yeah, I mean, you do exactly that, and start this attacking side with pistol round. That is going to further your hold to in a row. Companies need a way back. They need some kind of a stack here. They've gone for a stack on C. 4 members waiting.
Fair enough. Take a gamble. It's an eco. There's not a lot that you can do with, especially on this map, I feel like. But if you're not upgraded, like, classics are really bad on this map if you can't just sit on a site. So, C is one of the best sites to do it on. Why the heck not? You got that. Is it new anymore? I don't know if it is technically, but the new box on the left-hand side there. Hey, listen. I can call it new if I want.
You knew if I wanted to, but actually it's not true.
I'm a noob. I guess that is true.
Zeke hunting with the stinger. K not ready for what is running at him. So Cumberland gonna have to run all the way from C. Their gamble, it didn't pay off, and this goes to show the depths of this Converse team, Vincent, is that, you know, yes, Cumberland, they can go for some cheeky plays like this, but Converse are going to take their time, thoroughly figure it out, and then counter it with an idea of their own.
You know, I was in the lead up to this matchup, CMoore, I was DMing a little bit with the Converse esports director, just having a little conversation. And a quick shout out. She was talking about how impressed she's been with how much work Excite's been putting through. Really impressed with what he's been doing. I think I agree. It may not be lining up the scoreboard right now, but I think it's been critical in some of these big moments.
You say you were having a conversation?
I did say that, yeah. Pun most definitely not intended, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, shout out our producer Adam for planting that one in my head. Oh, no, but I mean, excited. It's not the prettiest numbers for sure from your Silva, but you don't need your Silva to be going above and beyond on a map like Lotus. It is 3 sites. It's a lot of info that you need, and I think Excite is doing everything that he needs to do to kind of get that information. Not only that, you think back into the first half when the Converse were making their comeback and the Hunter's Fury to stop the plant on B totally disrupts Cumberland.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of poking and prodding early in this round. It's a gun round for Cumberland, their first of the half. They've already, we're past the 1 minute mark. They have A side pretty much on lock.
Yeah.
The C side's pretty well undefended. Got 1-man waterfall, that's about it.
It's free real estate. Oh, there's a gap in the smoke. JSB
What?
spots
Did he see him?
a pixel. I'm pretty sure it was just the shoulder of K. And the spray down reads him. K doesn't move and unaware of what is waiting for this one. If Converse, they've reached the side, and these Bulldogs are taking control. J. Cruel, Excite, a second one, this time with the Ghost. Chloe's got 10 HP. What's
As soon as Cluey walks around the corner of Waterfall, doesn't even get a chance to actually swing, just barely jump peeks it and gets janked. I was like, okay, that's round over. Round actually over. And it's a flawless at the end of the day. Converse, they're pulling it back, and I mean, well, they have been pulling it back. They are unstoppable at the moment. This is 9 rounds in a row.
yeah.
And that was, I mean, I'm gonna say a bonus, heavy air quotes around it, really wasn't all that bonusy. But what it does do is reset Cumberland's economy. They're back on the pistols. Sans Morgue with an SMG, excuse me.
Stinger.
There.
That's what you're looking for. I got you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But this is a little scary, Vincent. I mean, we were singing the praises of Cumberland to start this one off, just wondering where Converse has gone, and now that story is kind of echoed the other way. And I think looking back at this game, you know, if Cumberland cannot figure out a way back into this one, and we're ever looking back in the future at this Lotus, you're going to be looking at the 6 rounds from Cumberland. Like, yeah, they played good, but then you look and see that they got them all at the start. If they cannot figure something out, this is not going to be a good feeling, a good map that they want to have picked out in the future.
Hey, fair enough. Converse elected to bring us here, though, to be fair.
JSP. Oh, JSP's through, and Zeke follows it up. Trailblazer going to be shut down. Zeke just looking to get away, and they have.
Round 3, I mean, this is not unattainable, especially with how grouped up Cumberland are.
Excite's waiting. Very aggressive here from the Sova. Excite gets 2. Ren. Vandal on the floor. 55 health. Shot there. Almost actually going to catch Zeke, but no info here for Ren. Swings out 7 bullets. Able to get 1 at least, but Zeke there for the trade immediately. Double digits for Converse.
Okay, so normally that would be good news, right? That's an eco round. You got 4 kills. That's great. Until you realize, oh, actually the bonus was a flawless, so it's essentially null and void.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter. Money's still great for Converse. So what would it be typically a big praise there for Cumberland is actually a, well, okay type of moment. What are they going to change up? Cumberland, they've taken A control a lot. This time they're out towards Mound. And they've left A open, but not so open that Swarm can't take shots.
So another opening here for Cumberland. Swarm, second first blood in a row. And he turned it into something new here. Diggs has to get away there. Just like that, Converse have brought it back. And now that Swarm's on 10 HP, you give the edge to Converse.
Spike planted.
Now the showstopper's available. But as long as this Sova can get the heck out of there, excite that Hunter's Fury, has the possibility of essentially sealing the deal of this round. And oh my goodness, this is such a late flank as well from Blitz.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be no time. Soon enough, Swarm's gonna have to make a play with K. And here it is. Excite's gonna go down. Showstopper, it hits. 1 versus 2 for Blitz. No idea where the omen is, but K's got an idea. Finally, Cumberland breakthrough. K stepping up yet again. And just enough out of Swarm to make it all happen.
I just realized I said Blitz and meant Morg. Nonetheless, yeah, K. Stepping up has been the name of the game for this guy. I mean, it feels like an age ago that 1v3, 1v4 happened. That was back in round 3 of this game. Feels like we've been forever since then. But if there's one thing that can help bring you back, it's just taking up that one round necessary, right? Stop the momentum. Speaking of, we haven't actually seen a timeout this second half, I don't think.
Oh, we haven't seen a timeout. I think both of these teams, they don't need timeouts, Vincent. They don't need a break. They're just punching each other.
Saw 2 of them. Saw both squads pick up their timeout in the first half. So just a little interesting. This push, it's only going one direction, and that's towards A.
A little bit of a lurk on the Killjoy of Converse, just sitting for this B split. Ren's gonna give it away. Seekers now, a couple layers here. JSP with the showstopper looking for a target. Cluey gives it away. Swarm regressing, 22 HP in the paint shells, catching JSP in the tail end.
Well, double fake, right? First, you make the presence towards A, the swing in towards B with a showstopper, big guns, big bazooka, and then hit back towards the A side as soon as you re-clear Link.
A little bit of this.
J-Crew cutting off the rotate from the flank. Goodbye to Morg.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that, and how do you do? We'll see you next rounds. It seems like Ren, Swarm side by side looking for the retake, but Converse with all the angles on lock. Owl Drone going to get the information on both members. J-Crew swings out, leaves Ren alone. Lots of noise being made by the Sky, and Ren's going to get cleaned up there. Zeke is a menace. An absolute menace. To society, to the server, to the world of Valorant, the government, you know, whoever. To whom it may concern, Zeke is a menace.
Absolutely. And he's a menace on this server, too. 19-9. Currently just dominating. Having some really big impact plays. And honestly, it's not just like fragging. His closing of rounds has been fantastic.
Converse with the immediate bounce back too. I mean, like, no shade here, but it took Cumberland 9 rounds to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that pace is just not gonna be good enough. You know, I'm doing the math, and that just doesn't math out.
No, it's not a ratio you want to be proud of. Work. Caught aggressing out through Mound, looking for that information, kind of like what Converse did on their defensive side, but very patient Converse team, gonna catch him out in the open, and J-Crew just layering down on this execute lockdown, looking to get ready. Pops out for the lockdown, into sight. That's gonna be even deeper now.
Oh, I love that swing, though. Get in front of it, right? Try to take out this lockdown whilst you can. It's not gonna end up being gone, but
30 seconds
all the
left.
space JSP has just gathered.
And JSP just hoping to delay this retake from Cumberland and even gets a kill into Swarm. These Sheriffs doing quite a bit of damage, and Converse has been whittled down to 2 members. Excite gonna find nothing with this Hunter's Fury. It leaves J-Crew all alone here with the Vandal getting walked on by Ren. Excite brings it into a 1v1. Chloe hopping the defuse. The shock dart could get it done, but the time is low. Stops the defuse, and a second shock dart may just seal the deal. Excite's gonna force Chloe into the open, find the kill, take the 12th round. Map point for Converse.
Point.
12-7 after a 6-0 lead for Cumberland in the opening round of this game. That's crazy. Absolutely insane. And, I mean, Excite must have, I mean, I don't know if his ears were turned red, but he heard us talking. Stepped up in these last couple of rounds, especially. And it's looking like we're going to see a very similar setup to that, like, I'm going to call it a double fake towards A. Got J. Cruel on the lurk, and all 4 of the remaining Converse members just interested in gathering A control.
Was open. Ren would have loved that kill, but I mean, that is such a bold play to make. Now leaving the team in a 4v5.
Notice as well how Converse aren't getting overzealous off the back of this. They're just waiting, stalling out a little bit, and taking some space, understanding that if they wait just a couple of moments, they're going to force a reaction from Cumberland. And if not, then Cumberland are just going to be sitting, waiting on a site. A bit flat-footed.
It's a big split from Converse. Gonna have to be careful at C. Excite. Gonna try to sell this one with the recon bolt. The wall goes up. Zeke looking for some space here. Swarm feeling a little bit of pressure. Gonna have to disengage, and Excite actually goes down on C, so Cumberland have brought this one back. Swarm gonna re-clear a 1-for-1 trade, 3-on-3.
Okay, this is a shorter round, but J. Cruel is a cruel one when it comes to handling those flanks, chilling on the lurk and waiting for a morgue that's been there a lot. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, Morg has made the same play over and over again. It's no surprise to me that it's been getting shut down. Converse, not a team that's going to fail twice when it comes down to not making an adaptation. Louis going to invest into the Viper's pit here. It's going to block off the vision, but JSP doesn't need vision. It was exactly where the spike is. Chloe goes down, and so does that pit, leaving KO to the open. And Converse to win the map, 13-7. Off of what was a fantastic team that has top 5 on their eyes. Cumberland, this is a team that has top 10 on their eyes. And both of these two teams, you look at their regular season, you know, Cumberland takes Winthrop, a team in VALORANT Challengers, to a map number 3, beating them on Breeze. And Converse taking a map like Fisher Navy, our top 3 in collegiate VALORANT, to all the distance, beating them on Lotus. These are their respective best maps that they've beaten the best teams on. This should be a Cumberland masterclass.
They've set the tone, and they've been set up for success to have Cumberland. The opening salvo of engagements might go their way, though, but that could bring it back.
No Excite. Not going to allow them to go any further. Louis 1 versus 4. The Ghost ready to go. Zeke, a sheriff in hand, going to put it to rest. And now we could go a little bit deeper with this Converse team after that pistol round win. They continue their success off of Lotus Vincent, and they bring a Reyna out on Breeze. You know, not something that's too crazy, but we've been seeing a lot of Yoru on this map. So Reyna gonna have a little bit more to do, especially, you know, adding into a double duelist comp.
There.
Now, this is a composition that, I mean, with some adjustments, because obviously Killjoy just really isn't the way to go on this map, so you pick up the Cypher. This is very similar to the comp that they play on Icebox, Converse. The double duelist situation. It's not something they do very often, but they do have experience with it. And like I said, game plan seems to be there, that late lurk, or just hanging on to that control that Excite was deep into A main. They have the protocols set in place, CMoore.
Toxin screen down.
And look at this. Org in such an aggressive spot with the classic, I will say, but if unchecked, I mean, this could do a whole hell of a lot of damage.
Morg has a square crosshair. That's a new one for me.
Never seen the square? You got to be about the square because Morg gonna get checked in the square. Doesn't amount to anything here. But Zeke, the Guardian, gonna break through. Sight is open. Swarm has a Marshal, but the wall's up. There's no sights to be had.
I feel like I see the dot in the circle, but I don't see it.
I've seen the square more than once, for sure. You get it. You can get it mixed up
I
surely
also
with
don't-
the waffle crosshair, but
Yeah, now that one I have seen. I also don't have the setting on to see everyone's crosshair, so I'm boring like that.
oh man,
Yeah,
just not
I
adventurous.
should turn it on.
You should.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
fun.
sometimes I'll see a crosshair and it'll tilt
And
me
throw
off.
up?
It'll tilt me off the planet. Like my teammates playing with that, and I'm still bottom of the leaderboard.
I can't get more than him. Sag. Here's a bonus round. Converse. They were able to do this all the way back on second half of Lotus, but it's not quite as strong of a bonus. There's still some good weaponry, but more of the Guardian. You got this Outlaw.
Oh no! Right
Oh,
time,
that's-
right place, and Ren doesn't know what hit him.
That's so unfortunate. I feel like JSP just couldn't have got more fortunate there.
K doesn't get spotted. Pop flash out. Excite. Trying to escape, but that's a trade there from K. And this B site is locked down by Morg, as well as these Cypher traps. Chloe here with the Guardian. Everybody trying to duck through him. Hot dog. Morg with the Vandal. Nice little double kill. Won't be able to get all three. JSP caught by the camera. Pinged out. Chloe knows exactly where to look. Luckily, JSP still has a lot of health, but here comes the cavalry. Ghost up above. Nice couple taps there, and Chloe puts him on the board.
Okay, there we go. Cumberland answering back strong. It's not this crazy, long, drawn-out, unstoppable run of rounds for Converse like it was on Lotus. That is job number one done for Cumberland. And nothing crazy that round either, right? I mean, listen, as tough as that timing was for Ren over in Sniper's Nest, it's recovered well. Nice mid-round aggression as well from K. The flash drive giving enough space to dispatch with Excite. It's going to be a similar setup than we've seen. This is actually interesting. This 4-1 setup seems to be very common for Converse. They've got J. Cruel out on an island somewhere, playing a bit of a lurk role, and everybody else sticking together. This time it's out towards A.
Yeah, this time out towards A. K's going to be here. Deep flash out. It's going to give Converse the anticipation of a fight here. The shock dart. Thought they'd follow up with something, but the walls are down now, and it's time to look at the gloves here. Excite going to pull the gloves off, and that's going to be the Hunter's Fury, but they line up for K. In response, it's 4 from Converse. Blitz with 2. Leaves Chloe in a 1 versus 3. Chloe's going to be spotted, and through the wall, Excite. Some lovely shots with the Vandal. Converse with the immediate bounce back into the gun round.
What an incredible recovery from Blitz right there on that double kill. I mean, just turned on a dime, and I mean, K had the great timing. Love that patience of him just chilling on the site, but man, instantly answered back by Blitz, and that Hunter's Fury catching one every time, it seems, from Excite. We've already got the Empress to work with as well, with Converse. Into an eco round for Cumberland Phoenix. It won't be as much as they would have preferred. And I think that understanding the money is certainly not going to be ideal. I like Converse approaching mid in a way they really haven't done yet.
Well, big shots here from Morg opening onto the Cypher. So Converse, if they get the plant down, not having that Cypher might be an issue. The Neural Theft, too, is going to give it all away. Zeke trying to hunt things down. Swarm in a little bit of trouble. Gonna have to back up, play their life. And Cumberland look into their guns. Excite breaks through towards A.
There's a flank. Look at this. Sova on the flank. Should, or potentially could get a free kill, but no.
They're going to
evacuation happening. Yeah, heading back towards B, in through mid. This is absurd timing.
Zeke gets it done.
Oh, but Zeke is bit over aggressive.
Hot Dog has a
Any
vandal.
chances?
Hot Morg.
Guys.
Thrifty. No way. Blitz spotted. 49 health. Tagged by the Marshall. Swarm looking to put it away. A Thrifty from Cumberland. Let's go, Vincent. You know, down here or up here in the north, you know, in Canada, a little bit of buckets and gloves. We're going for a good old-fashioned brawl.
Apparently we are. And I think the Converse really... There's very few times that I can say that a team played a game out mostly flawlessly. I think Converse, especially the back end of that Lotus, did so. It's the first big mistake that I think they've made. Right, Zeke, just a little bit too aggressive. Listen, as the Reyna, that's kind of your job. But the fact that it's an eco round, that they're on a Thrifty, and you're absolutely not interested in waiting a little bit, allowing for somebody to get your trade, that's a problem. I think you got to be a little bit more careful of that, especially after what a fantastic rotate that call was.
Yeah, I mean, Zeke was leading him to the promised land. Swarm's got the op. He's waiting for this. Didn't get to see much of it back on Lotus, but Swarm's brought it out early, and it's already going to find some value. Morg, the aggression, saw it back out towards B, this time paying off outside mid. J. Cruel looking to hopefully get some timing here, but Ren's going to get one better. Swings out, catches the Cypher looking the wrong way, and everything has fallen apart for Converse.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it all starts with Swarm, but everybody losing their fights. Nobody even prepared. It's Excite 1v5, and Excite down and out on a Swarm triple kill. This is Swarm, a guy, you know, talked a lot about in the pre-show, CMoore, that I want to say didn't play badly on Lotus, but certainly didn't put together the 20-plus. That's a long time from here. 3-3 scoreline. That last round was a gun round for Converse, and they got dumpstered. So I think that's part of why they're just talking things over a little bit. Getting back into position to try and answer. There'll be an eco into this round. They do have a couple of upgraded pistols and a Marshall, I think. Then this Vandal on Zeke. And he's got the Empress as well.
Oh, so we'll see if the Empress comes in for the round. K, fragment. That should hold them for a couple moments. The Owl Drone is looking for the information, but there's not a lot of follow-up here. JSP looking to make it all the way in the back. Helicopter out of the jet, but it's wiped out of the opening. Null command now. That's going to force Converse. A little bit of a sticky situation. Excite battling back, but Swarm gets an angle, and Converse down to 1. Zeke, the Empress, not used in this situation. Gonna have to try to find some timing here with the Vandal. This is a possibility for the 1 versus 2. Swarm has their eyes. The shot is a whiff. Cluey is there, and no further. Zeke goes.
Could have been more, but honestly could have been worse. The biggest unfortunate situation there is that they don't get a spike plant, but that'll have to do. It's a couple of Guardians. Not the best of buys, but not too shabby. Got to find a solution for this Swarm operator. I think that's got to be prio number 1 at the moment. Realistically, though, CMoore, I'd like to see Converse just execute. Just a traditional site exec. That way they can potentially cordon off some of the ops power. And I think we're going to see it here.
Okay, nice pop flash. They all funnel in. Gets the first one, gets out. K. Now with the information off the Hunter's Fury, just looking to play on an angle here. Ren from downtown coming in for the support. A little bit of damage onto K, but all the damage onto Zeke. Neural theft from J. Cruel is going to give away all the presence at this A site, and they are running. Running, Vincent.
I mean, they're going to have the B site. That's not a question. The real issue here is that how much can J. Cruel hold off this rotation?
Cage triggered.
They're going to get the spike into position. That's definite. But holding back, holding the line with 2v4, it's going to be a tough one.
Spike planted.
Tough indeed. Louis here, Viper's Pit. Going to make it hard to get this information.
Oh, no.
Chloe going all the way around the world and more. J. Cruel
One enemy remaining.
doesn't know what's about to hit him, but
What?
Chloe just gets inside. Blitz sidelines and the Viper spit as well. Cruel know exactly where the Cypher is. Cumberland putting it together on the defensive side.
I mean, that was so clinical. Oh my goodness. Just popping into the pit and executing J. Cruel. There's nothing that could have been done, and then locking out the elbow position with a op just hanging out, a swarm on the flank. That is fantastic. There's a reason that this Cumberland team has been undefeated on Breeze. I think we saw a little bit of it. And once again, I mean, a round that really falls away. I mean, big moment there was the Hunter Siri, Rin, able to deny the plant and the presence on the A site specifically. But that's another gun round falling away.
Converse slowly working in towards this A site.
He snuck up.
Zeke is in a position, to say the least. K. A little bit off guard here. Swarm operator in trouble, Vincent. I don't know what more to say than that. The Guardian gets right into the right spot, and JSP. What a shot on the Ren. How has this round run astray?
It's quite simple. Zeke snuck out onto A and found the freest frag of his life. And then JSP did his thing in the mid round. To find a double kill. That swing onto the Heaven player was disgusting.
Louis looking to bring it back. 2v5, now a 2v4. JSP is gone. Converse have the Hunter's Fury. J. Cruel making the flank play.
One
Orc.
enemy remaining.
Easy cleanup there. Zeke is the first. J. Cruel, the second one. A thrifty from Converse, and it all starts with Zeke. I mean, JSP just went to the moon, though, with the second two.
Yeah, that guy is... we've been talking about him nonstop for a reason, my friend. And that is it. That second shot was utterly nasty. That's a big turnaround, though, because there's two things to take away. The first of all, you know, thrifty round, that's obviously a big dub. But after 3 gun rounds lost in a row, what a recovery. You have extra money as we approach the end of the first half. And an op in the hands of the attackers for the first time.
Oh. Louis, I hope Louis spotted JSP, because if not, they have no idea how close they were to death. Zeke, though. Ooh, Org almost a chance here. Has to be careful to play around this operator. The toxic orb goes up, and Morg's going to be able to reposition, but Org and Chloe, they're getting pinched on. Chloe, though, as the cage goes down, Zeke is spotted.
I'm going to say they have so much info to converse about the B site, but
Camera taken out.
that frag kind of shuts down any chance they had at a free exec. Instead,
There's a gap in the
in
cage.
trouble. Meanwhile, Cumberland are pushing up through a main. They're starting to get an idea that this was going to be a B hit.
Yeah, Swarm is waiting with an operator. Morg's going to get J. Cruel, who thought they were safe. Swarm, shoulder peaked. Love the respect being shown here. Picks up the off angle. And hoping to force Converse into an unwinnable spot. Earl Theft going to give it away. Swarm hits the first. Ren going to double down. Nice swing. And Swarm covering their crack. Nice swing around there. JSP gets picked up. And that's another round for Cumberland, guaranteeing them at least an even half.
Well, there's good news and bad news, CMoore. The good news is that Converse still have money because they won a thrifty. The bad news is they haven't looked at all even competent in any of these gun rounds.
No, it's been the thrifty.
Like Cumberland, like what did they won? One gun round for Converse? It was just the 4th round, yeah. And that's it. And I'm concerned because it hasn't looked close. And it's not that Converse are just getting outshot, though that is happening.
Morg. Oh, Morg's all the way above this one. They have no idea. Easy pickups for Morg. Blitz shot in the back, and before you know it, it's already done. JSP Gets a trade, but it's a 4-on-3. The site is available for a plant.
On that man on site, Excite. Unfortunately, Tag's going to delay the plant just a little bit longer as he moves around the second pyramid there just to try and gather some further coverage.
JSP's making the play.
The Salzrone have found nothing at all.
JSP has rotated all the way into the defender spawn. Flip this map around. And Cumberland want to do the exact same, but will they read the distance here? J. Cruel up front, first up to bat. Nice shots there. JSP clears off the backside. Morg with the trade. It's a 2v2. Cumberland outside looking in, and it's all down to one. Morg looking to make the plays here. Has to swing it to J. Cruel. The Bulldog finishes it. J. Cruel shuts the doors, and Converse again looking to spoil one of Cumberland and bring this back to even.
You said it yourself, JSP making the play. It's JSP's position there, coverage of the ingress behind the double door. That's what allows for both Excite and J. Cruel to play that crossfire so effectively. Neither of them have to worry about somebody coming from the traditional like CT spawn position, right? That's the beauty of that position for JSP. Absolutely fantastic. Turning yet another round could have gone Cumberland's way. Converse, they're playing some scrappy Valorant right now.
Yeah, I mean, and it's working. I think that's the crazy part, Vincent. It's working. Late storms early for Converse. JSP, we didn't get to see much of it last time, and that might be different. Swarm clipping the wings of Excite. And JSP looking to break it up into the air. Ren clips those wings right back, and J. Cruel continuing to keep the trades. The neural theft gives away the player in the back. J. Cruel doubling down onto Morg. It's up to K in the 1v2.
Done it again. They brought this back to a crazy winnable scenario after Swarm gets 2 entries. 2 kills on that operator. Hey, he's got a fragment. And that 0 point, that's unfortunate. Oh, but he does catch one.
Yeah. Should know that J. Cruel's turned around, but J. Cruel grabs the operator and silences the fans of Cumberland, looking for them to take the lead in the first half. It's wiped away. Converse put 2 in a row. 6-6 as we swap sides, Vincent.
It's so incredible that we see 6-6 half after that game. I mean, truly.
You can say the same about Lotus.
Like, they won 2 gun round. And they won the pistol as well. Crazy. Cumberland looked the dominant force, and I would say have looked the better team on threes, but yet don't have the lead as they head to their attacking side.
I would say, too, I mean, looking at Converse's composition put together, they're going to have to get very aggressive at times with this double duelist composition. I mean, the Reyna is going to have to do a lot, especially for the retakes. Will they even be able to hold sites? It's just questions. I'm looking to see if they can be answered. But Zeke already looking for information, already looking for space through mid. K with an off angle. The Ghost collects it. Now looking to get away. Swarm almost a second, but it's Excite. Shut that down with the presence from Cumberland. All for nothing.
Yeah, and with no space on extremities, Converse, they're just going to group back up, lay the number advantage that they've just gathered up. And it's the right call to make. Regroup for Cumberland. Take space at mid. And at the moment, Converse unsure of where this is going. Honestly, though, they just need to play non-committed. They're making this rotation to B because of the amount of aggression through A that we're seeing from Zeke, but it won't matter. In the long run, the numbers should overwhelm, at least on paper.
With the pistols, J. Cruel's going to get all the info that he needs, calling for Zeke to hit this flank ASAP. 20 seconds. Cumberland, they need a lifeline, but Zeke, what a shot! Snaps to Morg. Here comes the cavalry. A flawless from Converse to start the second half.
Zeke's aim is so precise. Just instantly flicking onto the head. That was fantastic. Cumberland, well, they've lost both pistols. That is never a good sign, at least not for long-term success. playing on hard mode right now.
Here.
Cumberland Phoenix. What more could you have asked for them from the first half? I feel like they did everything right. They just got caught out by a couple of those thrifties.
I feel like there's not a lot that these teams are doing wrong, Vincent. You correct. It's so narrow, the margins between the two, and even Cumberland looking to throw a little bit of a wrench in the plan. It's a split through mid into this A site. Zeke, Guardian, tapping away. Good for one. Dismisses back out. Looking for seconds and actually walks away with the kill onto K. It's given enough time for Excite to make some noise.
Spike
And
planted.
Cumberland has been
One
cut
enemy
down
remaining.
into a 2v3. The Shock Dart going to make it a 1v3, and RWN has a Guardian here, able to get 3 HP. A Dream to win it out. JSB just around the corner, headshot angle. Ren, look at the clutch, but it's just not to be. JSP with the Sheriff. Put in another round on the board for Converse.
Boy, did it get dicey though, CMoore. This was not a guarantee by any means. And this wasn't, I don't think this was a force either for Cumberland. Pretty sure they walked into this with just pistols. Routing straight through the double door, able to isolate J. Cruel, who was a bit too, not even too aggressive on the site. It was just isolated on the site. And that was the biggest issue. So Converse, they won't really get a bonus round. They have two options here. They could just continue and just buy in normally this round, or they can sort of half buy, get pistol armor. And looks like that's what they're going to do. Trying to make sure they can buy next. So this bonus, it's not so much a bonus. It's more of a thrifty than anything.
Yeah, I think it's one way to say it. Converse. Still, though, I mean, I wouldn't take this away from them. They have made more out of less.
Look at this aggression from Zeke. This time through Tube is fully clearing the entirety of this angle. This isn't going to allow a rotation. 3 players now hanging out at B. Maybe this is possible for Converse, CMoore.
I mean, for sure. I mean, if they're making their chances as best as they can, the rotations reinforcing this more and more. The longer that Cumberland take, the better this turns out for Converse. The shots here, Swarm opens up the round. JSB just around the corner. Easy pickings for the Jet. And Swarm is going to open the floodgates now for the rest to follow in suit. Blitz has been spotted. Moore's going to clean up the players through mid. A flawless round for Cumberland. Finally taking a round on their attacking side.
Impressive from Cumberland, don't get me wrong, but what a round where Converse did everything right and then just got rolled. That is what Swarm has been doing, just finding insane aggression. Gets up into the B site, finds a double kill, and 0 Point confirms the third player there. Nice move from Morg. I felt like Morg really got cut off on a lot of his lurks when it came to Lotus. Got a lot of value in that round. This is an interesting look from Cumberland. Everybody straight through tube. I mean, all but one was there, and the one that wasn't, Rin taken down.
Site's getting so much info, just halts this aggression from Cumberland. The tail stuck between their legs. They have to back up and look at this from Zeke. Already up through mid. Nobody here to stop it, and nobody with the idea. Tripwire's going to be destroyed. He's looking to run away. JSP re-aggresses and catches Swarm. Cumberland have been shut down, absolutely silenced.
Brilliant from Zeke and JSP. That little bait switch angle, right? They're going to clear back out Zeke and JSP swinging back in with the up. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Love those little plays. And dude, how stuck are these guys?
So stuck. That's how stuck.
Is just hoping and praying somebody's going to take a fight.
JSP, uncharacteristic whip goes back in. It's going to cost, but J. Cruel's right there. It's not going to amount to anything. And Converse, just as soon as you think they get knocked down a peg, Vincent, they're right back into it.
I mean, they have been knocked down a peg, but tell you what, they're very good at climbing right back up.
Blitz, too. I mean, we talked a little bit about Blitz back on Lotus. I'm pretty sure he finished, what, like, I want to say 7-5, something not too crazy. 3-10. again, it's just I want to talk about Blitz and the fact that Blitz has given so many opportunities for Zeke to get aggressive. And it's such a good match.
Zeke continuing that aggression. And I love that Zeke is just setting a tone of, stop me, why don't you?
Yeah.
Just figure it out, or I'm just going to continue running at you until you do.
It's absolutely insane. And you need to see somebody on Cumberland shut it down.
He's so proactive, too. So he just gets all that contact out at A and understands there's probably some space at mid to work with. Unfortunately, he's walking into Morg's crosshair.
It's a gamble. JSP goes for one as well, and that's both duelists down early. I'm not sure the call for JSP there. It's bold for sure, but we've been seeing plays like this for Converse pay off. This time, it doesn't. Jake Roll with the op now, looking to collect a couple of these players as they cross them towards site, though. Moore just still picking off players from Converse. A second in the round. Excite caught rotating, and Moore just playing their cards right. So patiently, finally closed off by Blitz, but the damage, it's been done.
They can get out with these guns. That would be fantastic. Jake Rule, though, is sticking around a little too long. I think they might figure that out. Cluey will stop the bleeding.
I don't even know what to say about it.
Yeah, close the distance. There's simply nothing. There's nothing to say.
Second timeout for Converse. Has Cumberland taken a single timeout? Side, you need to see plays like that out of JSP or Zeke, because if JSP and Zeke are not making plays like that, Vincent, they don't have the capabilities to fully lock down these sites, fully keep the spike from reaching the site.
Well, I mean, they certainly didn't in that round. That was just felt like a very easy way to get in there for Cumberland. Oh, okay, Swarm. Finding Zeke exactly in the same position he was just a couple of rounds ago, trying to get aggressive down tube, and that is something that, Swarm with an op, it's a lot easier to contend against Zeke's aggression.
It's not only that, even when we saw in the first half, Swarm versus JSP with that operator, it was a huge head-to-head, and I want to give a couple flowers to Swarm. He's been dominating the op fights when the gun is in his hand, though. JSP, this time the Blade Storm getting the better of the opposition.
Swarm's a guy. I mean, I said it in the pre-show. He's been a guy for this team the entirety of the NECC season.
Just a straight-up dude.
Just a straight-up dude.
And it's been incredible, too. I mean, the 6-0 start they had on Lotus, it was Swarm and K. And to see Swarm resurge here in the second map, things you love to see if you're a Cumberland fan, though. No command up, and it looks like they want to jump on this opportunity. Cumberland, they walk into sight. Cluey gets 3. Absolute garbanzo beans. I mean, this guy's going above and beyond.
Right here.
Oh, that whiff as well for the back of the site. You hate to see it. You truly hate to see it. Converse White not around that they could afford to be dropping. I mean, on the other hand, it's an expensive one. Hunter's Fury, the null command. All of those invested. Converse, they're on a pretty good half bite. They have a Vandal, they have 2 Guardians, or 2 Marshals and a Guardian, rather. Something to work with, but on a map like Breeze, this op is just such an unstoppable force.
I mean, an unstoppable force. You can say that for both of these teams, that they've just been putting up their walls, Vincent. And for the first time, Cumberland, they look like they are in somewhat of the driver's seat. This round is going to be so influential.
Regroup for Cumberland. They've got that mid presence and might find themselves in position to deal with mid presence from JSP.
Chloe, what is this? Gonna be split to A. Howldrone leading. K. 0 point. Gonna get the information and swarm the op set up. Hunter's Fury. Hoping to give JSP a way back in. And look at this one. Swarm though. Up top and above JSP. Silenced here and Chloe has made his way up the site. Acrol not gonna be ready for it. Trap the cage. Thrown down. 14 seconds. The spike is planted. And Cumberland now for the post plant. They're set up.
And they had the shock dart, but that only does a little chip damage to K. Low HP bars. I mean, these missiles can do something. Well, not if Swarm had something to say.
Well, shots there with Classic from Excite.
Cooling down. Shutting them down.
That's going to be some extra damage I don't think Cumberland were really expecting. Jump around the corner, the right click. Maybe once upon a time that right click lands, but not today, Excite. And Cumberland haven't said this for a while, Vincent, but they're in the lead.
They are. I mean, hey, they had the lead for, I won't say a lot of the first half, but a significant portion of it. And it's just been a couple of minutes. They're back, and they're back in business. Here's JSP on the op, though. I think this is an adjustment that I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Swarm has got to be stopped. It's actually Morg taking the operator for the beginning of this round.
Swarm's got an outlaw.
Yeah, what's going on? Is this Bladestorm moment? Yeah, I guess so.
Lay down the law. Up and in, Swarm, Bladestorm here to follow up with this outlaw. Now looking for some heads there. Sets up success for Morg, and Swarm doubles down. Sights open for the plant. Wall's gonna give the rotation in. Retaking a 5-on-3.
Converse desperately need this round if they want to keep themselves alive into this game.
Blue,
I don't think they're going to get it.
want to take us all the way to map number 3, Vincent. Converse, they have to show some respect. The site's been locked down. There's no way in. Converse giving up an 11th round, but at least they go into the next. The couple of these guns, or maybe Ren, that shock dart is going to give away. J. Cruel inside the tube. Excites here as well. It's going to be tough to remove these guns, and we can see a lot of damage here from Converse, but Cumberland, they're not going to give up. The door's open. Pop flash out. J. Cruel, gun is down. K looking to take it away from Excite as well, but time's going to drain out. At least one Vandal is going to carry over.
Oh, man, but that was a hard-fought battle just to keep it alive. Lost one is accruing for Converse, and they've got Max at this point. It won't be a bad buy. It's so unfortunate as well, because JSP, one round he has an op, right? And they just execute the site on B, exactly where he's located. It's a Bladestorm as well for him to deal with. He's cordoned off and unable to even take one shot.
Oh,
fantastic connection from Swarm.
Tactibear's wearing a sombrero.
Oh. Ready for a party, maybe?
Yeah. Speaking of parties, Emperor's for Zeke. First time we get to see it. No chances back on the attacking side, and here on the defense, actually the Leer going to be suppressed. Swarm and angle found, and the Empress is stopped. JSP looking to go big. Here was some heroics. Ren gonna get the better. Blitz gonna make some noise through the cage. And what is that?
What?
Oh, that had to be a no scope. What is that?
So swift, the tides turn. And this is just death waiting
Somebody's
for J.
gotta
Cruel.
stop him.
Swarm is the unstoppable force. This entire map has just turned on the Jets on the attack side. 21 frags. I don't know how you do it. He has just not been felled. This is where Cumberland are at their best. I mean, putting Swarm into position to do what he's doing right now is the win con for the Cumberland Phoenix squad, and they're doing it beautifully. Set him up to succeed.
I wish I could see that from Swarm's point of view. Oh,
True.
unreal. That just unreal. This time, JSP, big opening there. Swarm shut down, and maybe some openings now. Zeke, caught by the 0 point, has to fall back. Chloe, gonna get the better of the Reyna. We trade on duelists. Viper spit down, spike in the ground.
J. Cruel can maybe find some space to get off this ultimate. That could be fantastic. Well, okay. Well, he's dead. Could have been helpful for the Viper's Pit. Instead, they're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Recon Bolt.
Good old Viper's Pit cheese here. Blocking out this zone. Blocking out the site. Chewy's got an op, and everybody goes down. Cumberland with the map. Cumberland take us to 3. 13-10. Sounds to me like we are jumping into this icebox too, and we're going to be starting off a little bit late from that. We missed the pistol. Converse takes the pistol, and Cumberland now looking to start their defensive side with a bit less of a buy. Morg's going to get caught out over towards A. It's going to draw the rotation from the Sova onto the A site, and that's going to leave B right for the taking.
Yeah, I mean, we might not have seen the pistol round, but holy crap, it was fast. It just got dumpstered, I guess. It's not looking likely that that's going to be changing anytime soon. I mean, on a classic round, albeit. You know, gotta point that out. But still, taking that space and making it look simple. I'm really interested to see. I know we've just talked about it a little bit, but I want to dive into it a bit more. I want to see how Zeke and the aggression shows itself on this map, because it's not as simple. Like on Breeze, getting aggressive on the extremities, I'm not going to say it's easy, but there's a lot more space to work with. Icebox is a lot more cramped. There's not as much, you know, there's only a couple of lanes that you can be pushing forward in, and they're not exactly easy to control.
No, it's not easy to control anything on Icebox, I would say. I think for the attacking side, there is a lot of opportunity to rush a site. Not only that, work through mid and slow play this. I mean, this is a very different map than many others that we do have here in Valorant, and you can already see that Converse looking to just continue here into the bonus round 3 with a little bit of pacing. Zeke is the backline. The Reyna stopped by K. JSP so low off the DK, 45 health. Not able to follow it up just yet. Looking for an angle. Swings around to the left. Chloe beats him out. That's going to shut down both duelists on Converse.
I can appreciate them trying to get aggressive and really push Cumberland to the limits, but certainly didn't work out initially. It's changing, though. 2 kills. And flank coming. Morg has consistently been on this rotation, but now there's a Killjoy utility to cover it off.
Excite actually going to get Ren with a Guardian. A chance has been thrown out here for Converse somehow. Chloe spotted by Excite.
Oh, no.
The shoulder, and it's a 1 versus 2. Converse have turned it all the way around from a 5v3.
30 seconds
Crazy
left.
scenario. But they played it slow, just waited every single second. Morg was on the lurk. Could have been anywhere, and now
Spike
there's
planted.
plenty of time to work with. The spike just now goes down, has a paranoia, a dark cover, shrouded step. He's got all the tools.
Yeah, every single one that you can ask for, and the information as well. Nose Blitz is going to have to make a play to stay aggressive, and Morg plays him like a fiddle there. First round on the board for Cumberland. Comes down to a clutch 1-on-1, but at least you're not looking down the barrel of a 3-0.
I mean, that's true, but think about the investment, the bonus situation that Converse were in, down to a 1-on-1. That's sort of a win. And once again, I mean, look at how bad the money is right now for Cumberland. They're going to save this? No way. Yeah, okay. No. It's looking the minute like they were just going to go for a pistol armor type of beat, but definitely a buy here is the right play. Keep more playing aggressive on B as well. Getting up in the faces of anyone who is there, though nobody's going to give them the time of day.
No, nobody poking and prodding it towards B. Zeke's going to walk up to get rid of the Killjoy turret. And that is going to open up a lane onto the map for Cumberland to worry about. This is a quick rotation from Converse to pressure here at B. Chloe Walking all the way into the spawn. Only with a Guardian there versus a Vandal. Blitz is going to be happy for this one. That's an early pick for Converse.
And Morg's got to just evaporate, walk away. No reason to continue to play aggressive there whilst you're alone.
No reason for the controller to be that far up.
Well, was there playing support, getting some confirmation of the positioning, but that's nice from K.
That's even better for Converse. Blitz a second in the round. Swarm looking to hold off the attack at A. Not going to make it happen. J. Cruel finds an angle. It's all down to now K. JSB spots out the Killjoy. Everybody's falling on Cumberland. And Converse now with security on A.
There's just no way back into this. I mean, despite the paranoia, that's not even going to connect as it goes under Excite's position. No 1v2 clutch. It would have required a 1v4. And it's so unfortunate for Cumberland because they win the round up against the bonus, but they lose so many players. They lose so much money that they are on a broken buy the next gun round. And not that if Cluey had a Vandal or a Phantom, it would have been different, but you certainly give them a better chance in that fight.
Well, JSP, can you give a chance here? I don't even want to talk about that. We're going to Bucky. Swarm here with the Marshall. We know what Swarm could do with an operator in hand. Marshall, definitely not the same impact, but you've chosen the right site.
Look at the timing on this re-aggression, though. This Viper walking back up and finding space in tube. That's nice.
Yeah, Chloe's going to feed the rest of the team. Swarm's going to have to back up. Still bodies here for Cumberland that Converse have to worry about. It's a classic at the hand of K. Won't be able to get the better of Zeke. Use the overheal as well. Take the second fight. Dismiss over around the corner. Looking to bait in Retin towards Blitz. And it's exactly what we get. Swarm. Nice shots here with the Marshall, but only good for the one kill. I mean, Converse just playing with their food.
That one, the expectations were low for Converse given their investment, but I think that Cumberland's adjustments have been okay thus far. They're trying to take space, but once again, Morg, who found a lot of success back on Breeze, that was found in some of those late round lurk positions and getting into good spots for the late round. It's a lot harder to do that. A lot harder to be left unchecked on Icebox. And I think we're already seeing that just into round 5 and 6.
Early Hunter's Fury from Excite. Chloe actually goes down. It's the Viper again. Early pick from Cumberland. Defender is going to drop this lockdown, but it's in an area where he can just destroy it. Dismiss away after picking up K, and everything from Cumberland, no matter what they throw at Converse, it's just not working, Vincent. Morg flanking with a Bulldog. Spotted by Excite. A flawless round from Converse. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it looks so simple. Yeah, they used a ton of ultimates, but it doesn't matter. If you're winning a gun round with such ease, those ults are so well worth it, CMoore. It's easy to see. And like I said, with Morg on that flank, just can't even get activated until the round's essentially done. What an opening salvo of rounds. This is rounds, actually. I mean, like outside the pistol, they've had 2 gun rounds. So I do think that getting an... I mean, this is going to sound like a dumb moment, but getting an op-out to try and allow Swarm to control some of these sightlines a bit better definitely seems like a good idea, I would suggest. And it's just been the hit A show. There's still 4 players here. Once again, money not strong enough for Swarm to have an op. The Guardian will have to do.
It's not broken. Try to fix it here, Vincent. Shots through the wall there. Tag on the JSP. Nothing to write home about, and nothing that Swarm is actually going to know about. So, J. Cruel. I can't believe J. Cruel gets away with this and gets away with their life.
no response. And look at the rotations. Look at how deep, how far away Cluey is on B. And there's already this toxic screen that's been set up every single round to set the tone.
My ultimate
J. Cruel's just hiding. It's not an
Cluey
easy.
can't do a darn thing.
It's not an easy round for Cumberland to win,
planted.
regardless.
Poison's off.
Converse taking the right approach. J. Cruel getting the perfect timing. Converse just looking for another flawless here. Nice shot from Cluey. It's going to at least remove the jet. K gets a second one. Low HP though
Player
on
standing.
K. Zeke's gonna get the cleanup onto Cluey. Converse running through Icebox 6-1, guaranteeing the even half. A very commanding start to the map, Vincent.
What a paradigm shift it's been as well. Right, Cumberland, this is how, wasn't this dominant, but this is how it felt for the last half of Breeze. Cumberland just kind of walking away with everything easy. Look, same true now for Converse. And I think we're about to see an exec towards the B site pretty quick as they pick up the pace to op in the hands of Morg. Not yet seen this guy with the op, but
Standing ahead.
gonna have to stand tall.
Blocking sight.
Low to Ippy we go. Hunter's Fury. Not gonna get any idea that Zeke was up front. Zeke gonna get away with the kill onto Moore, but also fighting K as well. 3 down for Cumberland, looking for the retake. Zeke!
No!
What a shot! Swarm picked right out of the air, brought down to earth, and Converse humbling their opposition.
I mean, Zeke looks like he's shooting clay pigeons. Not players. This is incredible. Zeke has, I mean, we talked about some of the individual aim skill that Zeke has. And, you know, definitely saw that on Breeze, but Jesus. This guy absolutely rolling his way through the B site. And that's where I just wish that we saw Swarm in that position. Morg instantly rotating off. I want to see somebody a little bit more confidence if you're going to take the op duel like that.
Get out of my way.
Zeke looking to again start this round off hot, though. Swarm with the off angle. Blade Storm in JSP for the follow-up. Goes to the right click. It's J. Cruel to completely swing things around. J. Cruel gets 3. Locked down in the back pocket if need be. That's going to have to be for a future round. JSP now.
No, they have no idea.
3 flank around. JSP has completely turned on a dime here, though. Cluey, oh, it's awkward, but JSP gets the cut up first. Morg, 1v2. Low HP onto the Viper.
There's one round that Cumberland have, and it's thanks to this 1v2 that we saw before. This player in particular. Uh-oh.
Morg's not going to even get to half. It's been spotted by the recon bolt. There's no time.
No.
There's no time. A kill into Blitz. That's all you're going to get at the end. It doesn't even matter at this point, Vincent. Converse, they're rich.
Yeah,
And
I
confident.
mean, they've got so much money, it's stupid. Almost max money still on Excite. It's just, it's so aggressive. And at this point, Converse aren't even bothered to try and play around with what they're hitting, right? It's just hit A, hit B, win the round. An unstoppable force, just rolling a tornado through the site.
Getting sight.
3 defenders here, CMoore.
I mean, Lockdown's going to shake it up for sure. Ren's going to reposition, get aggressive through the wall. Is it going to pay off? Walks away with the kill onto Excite. That's going to be it. Defenders have been backed up. The spike has reached post-plant time.
Oh, and that's so unfortunate for K. JSP was up top, and K just spotted the one player falling back around screens. Instead, it's shot from the top of the site.
They will cower.
Zeke continuing to be an issue. Cumberland struggling to get the ball rolling. And this gets uglier and uglier as the rounds just continue to move forward. Orc, he's been flanking since Lotus. It's not changing now, Vincent. Easy turnaround for JSP. Swarm with the op, looking to get away, but Zeke is just playing with him.
And running him down. I mean, remember, cash flow ain't a problem.
No, it's not.
Converse.
But it is for Swarm.
Yeah, Swarm is been praying he can get out of here, and he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. A missed shot in the flank. Zeke running him down. Zeke is a menace. Absolute menace. This guy. New to the Converse roster here in the spring 2024. And he is looking incredible. Didn't really get the chance to see him, considering we didn't see this Converse team play in CVAL winter. But they'll be playing in the spring, and I can't wait to see what they do.
There. There.
Time to slow things down, I guess. Converse finally giving reprieve to Cumberland.
Or has a
He's so
Bucky.
stuck.
I don't even know if the owl drone spotted this one. It doesn't seem like it.
No, I don't think it did.
Oh, to judge. That's even better than the Bucky. All right, now I'm
That's
on board.
gone to the game.
Now I'm on board. Let's go. Orcs to swing around. Zeke finally shut down early, but the instant trade from Blitz. They're rotating to A. Oh, how? How is J. Cruel? Oh, no. It's like Cumberland does one thing that is incredible, and then 17 things go wrong.
And they might still get away with this. I mean, they're not going to have space on the A side, at least. Converse. Well, it's all about JSP. He's gone down. Okay. Winnable. Despite Excite having all the post-plant utility ever, this is still possible.
Blitz is just waiting here. Converse, the lesser numbers, but they are looking to steal away the round. Viper's Pit from Chloe. Swarm shot down by Blitz. And now Chloe just getting forced off of the spike. K playing on the inside of the smoke. Hoping for somebody to crash Hunter's Fury. K looks to make the play, but Blitz again gonna close out this round. Chloe, there's no time. And Converse in a 2v3 sneak away with double digits.
Oh, no. It was so close, but yet so far. Like I said, a million miles away. And the fact that it was all that utility for Excite, just use the Hunter's Fury. Didn't even have to use it early, thanks to Blitz picking up that frag. Very impactful moment from Blitz, who, you know, had some slow moments, but has certainly had a lot of impact over the course of this series. Now at 10-1. What more is there to say? CMoore, this is just gotten away from Cumberland in a big way.
There.
I think that something for Cumberland just needs to click. Orc in a very aggressive spot. J. Cruel won't get the kill there. It's a judge in Morgan. He's going to get a second with that gun. Lockdown from the defenders. Ren's finally going to get his double. A flawless from Cumberland at the end of the road. 2-10 we stand heading into the second half, Vincent. And you look at that history. You look at how much Converse did on the defensive side. Is it possible for Cumberland to repeat it?
Oh, man. And one of those two rounds was Morg's 1v2, by the way. Otherwise, it's just the one gun round there at the very end of the half. Oh, you know, you never want to say they're out of it, but man, does it feel like that half says no to the possibility of a comeback for Cumberland. But you look at Swarm, notice 3-11. Nobody's playing well this game, but if he starts to pick up the pace, do a little bit of what we saw back on Breeze, I do think there's a world where we get back and see the comeback for Cumberland.
Starts with the pistol and Borg just barely escaping death.
How's he not dead? Shock dart
know.
looked like it was on target.
Gotta watch out for Timmy. J-Curl turns around. Swarm's gonna get that kill, but the turret... Actually, no, that's J-Curl down, so you don't have to worry about the turret anymore, Vincent. I got scared for a second. Zeke running after them, and that's a nice shot there with the ghost. The overheal. 2 versus 4 for Cumberland. Swarm gets turned on. Blitz. No way. No way. Blitz gets away with it, and K gives it all up to Zeke. Cluey with 3. Cumberland, they're not done yet.
There we go, right back in that business, and just taking a lot of fights early are Cumberland getting up in the faces of this Converse team, and to be fair, Converse, they weren't shying away from it either. Trying to take those fights early, getting a lot of mid control, putting a lot of presence there. There was two players initially in that position. Third very quickly joining the fray for Converse. Where Cumberland have maybe found some respite. I'm gonna have to continue to find success because J-Curl, what do you mean? He's got a knife out.
And he's not gonna get away with it. Hot dog. Able to run through this one. JSP for the trade, and now Converse looking to quickly flip this.
They have. Meantime, though, Cumberland's response
Spike
been
planted.
right on time, able to take that space, get over towards the B site where they've gotten the spike down, and they're watching and waiting.
This is exactly where Cumberland need to be. Clean rounds after clean rounds. Trigger discipline from Morg. I don't know what gives that away, but, you know, you do you.
Oh my goodness, that's so unfortunate. Oh, Morg, I feel bad for you, buddy. That's tough. It's the first gun round and good sweat Swarm has. Big op. Time to get in business with this. And honestly, there's nothing that can really answer back on the other side. I mean, Vandals across the board. Sans Excite. Got a little bit more. And I think that Cumberland are just going to keep themselves a little bit more passive. Zeke was about to get aggressive, but falling back. No information on the recon bolt. Maybe that was what it was. I'm not sure what's caused this rotation.
Look for the 5th round. Slowly, but surely. Spike is nowhere close to these players. It seems like there's going to be a rotation out to B. And Cumberland, quite like we saw on Lotus, they're just trying to pull the rotations over towards this A side. And that's not going to happen while you have JSP pushed up mid.
He's just activated the alarm bot, though. That's going to certainly give away a little bit of info. But he's stuck around. JSP, he's really committed to this.
30 seconds
They're
left.
going to clear him back out. At least it looks like it. Alternatively, they're just going to walk through right over to A. JSP's hearing all of this go down, and he's caught the timing as well.
Oh my god, this couldn't be worse. This could not be worse. And all the rotations here for Converse ready to close out on this round. Zeke is here. Excite as well. 33 HP. Red's going to get the better on the ropes, but JSP closing the flank and closing it fast. Swarm nowhere to be found with this operator. Cumberland, they took a gamble and it just does not work.
I mean, I like the rotation. It's not even a gamble, honestly, CMoore.
Okay,
It's just
you know the
JSP
drill.
had all the info.
Stick to your
Heard him
roles,
stomping
hold
through, got through there, and had all the information that they were all pushing site because nobody was on the flank. Can we talk about Rin finding that kill on top of the zip, though? Oh my goodness, that was stupid. In the middle of nowhere. But 11-4. This is where I think reality hits that there's just no space for mistakes, no space for errors of any kind.
Here.
And we just continue to keep seeing.
Here.
Cumberland making these mistakes, and it just blows this out of proportion. Converse
Found them.
putting together an absolute banger of an icebox, and Cumberland just continue to be on the receiving end of bad situations. JSP is already in their spawn, and Zeke. They have nowhere to go, Vincent, and there's still a minute left.
This is a little bit of an absurd situation. I don't know that this is actually great for JSP. There's so many angles to deal with.
Last player standing.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. As soon as they realize where these players are located, they can just take these swings a lot more aggressively. And J. Cruel is so dead to Morg on top of screens.
If he goes there, well, he will. So, Orson put it away. 5th round for Cumberland. And yeah, Vincent, it all falls apart for Converse, but still remains the issue that we need to see this another 6 times before it is a tie game. And there is no room for Cumberland to give up a round.
None whatsoever. And I like the Converse. There's a world where you could be force buying here. Because they have, they have like a bit of money. But instead of taking the tact of, we have rounds to play with, let's force. They're taking the tact of, okay, we have rounds, we can just save, get guns out again, and win off the back of that.
Be faster. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Cumberland already have such a solid foothold into the A side as well. So, excited on a close angle.
Excite's just going to back things up. The wall's going to go to separate these two. Cumberland do have numbers, but they have to be careful because every member of Converse is on site.
Aldron's going to get most of that information. Actually just gets confirmation on 2, but...
Still 48 seconds. Plenty of time to rotate. Cumberland, this is the right call.
Swarm on an island, though. He's going to get killed unless somehow he can just walk out of here without any issue.
30 seconds left.
Honestly, this is a win for Converse. If they can just kill Swarm, grab the op, and if they wanted to, just save the rest of the guns. I mean, they could go for it. There's enough time. It's going to be close, but enough time.
It's enough rounds, I mean, that Converse can start throwing stuff away, just going for it, because why not?
That's true.
Toxins going up.
Louis not going to be jacked to the corner, though. Blitz put down.
One enemy remaining.
Excite, not long for this retake, and JSP. Now it's the decision. You want to keep this operator, you got to go.
Makes sense. Don't want to give that away. Even gets a chance at that shot. Oh my goodness. JSP making fast decisions, but the flick a little too fast. So the op will be recovered as Converse take their time out. This is really nice to see how early they've taken this timeout.
With this Hunter's Fury. Cumberland, the other side, they have 4 ults online, and they have to be careful not to dump them all at the same exact time. And for Cumberland, it is apparent to see that they use these ultimates effectively and patiently. Each one of them.
Yeah, I think getting value over multiple rounds, that's what you're getting at, and that's what they need. And if they, winning rounds is the most important thing, and if that's what it takes, fair enough. But, oh, cow.
Blocking sight. My ult's ready.
He's stuck around.
He gets back out, though. No. Org in the perfect spot to make sure that that op doesn't get to safety. Swarm? Wow. I mean, you barely had time to hit it. But now both duelists are gone for Converse. J. Cruel looking for a way to maybe answer back, but it's trades back and forth, and Cumberland have numbers.
They do. Rotations are coming. Converse are going to get into position, not to get to the site before the spike goes down, but just as the spike is going to go down, they should start getting confirmation. Hunter's Fury will deny the plant. I don't know that that changes the outcome of this round, though.
Planted.
I mean, but for Cumberland, walking away with this round win, they find 7, and they've gotten an ult out from Converse. The stars are aligning for this comeback, Vincent. Just one round at a time, they are slowly dragging themselves to the finish line.
Org is not moved.
Oh, he's still standing tall. 2-on-2.
Boosts both of the nano swarms on the spike.
Here's the tag. Hunter's Fury now. K
Player
looking to
standing.
absorb the aggression. The Hunter's Fury is draining the time. Blitz.
One enemy
Not gonna
What?
get the kill into Ren. Excite's gonna stick it. Ren's gonna go. And
Oh,
just
he
in
got
time. Just in time. Ren saves the day. Nobody survives, Vincent.
What happened there with Blitz? Did they run out of bullets? I don't know. I don't understand what just happened. Had like a full second and a half to take a shot. That's a big giveaway. Don't know what happened. Maybe there was some sort of lag or something. Maybe they were trying to wait, allow more time for the defuse to come through. I am befuddled.
Enemy tagged.
This Owl drone will gather a little bit of information today. The Cumberland push, and like you say, the numbers, they are starting to get closer together. Just 4 rounds the deficit. And sticking together has been a good plan of action for Cumberland. They're going to stick with it. 4 players towards A. They've just got Cluey on the hold towards mid.
JSP's gotta be careful. Swarm is watching this like a hawk. Off. I mean, J. Cruel's actually gonna get the better of Cluey, so Converse are gonna have numbers here. Paranoia. And JSP, a second one here. Recon Dark getting so much information, but Swarm for the trade. Looking for a double. The operator's gonna make it happen into the backline. Tailwind. K for the follow-up. 2v2. J. Cruel going
Cruel.
up and over. He's got the perfect read on this one, though. Ren hits the shots. It's all into Zeke. 2v1. Plant coming out. K's got the angle.
Those biometrics.
And Cumberland are making it happen, Vincent. 11-8. K's going to grab that operator.
That's so tough because Ren's head, not even visible, I think, at that angle for J. Cruel. Oh my goodness. Back into a bye round for Converse, though. And it's been such a team effort as well. Look at the spread of frags.
That's how you
13 for
survive.
Cluey, 11 for the final 3 members. Dude, imagine if Zeke just has killed through the toxic screen.
Zeke, though, finally going to get a first blood for Converse. Reyna didn't make much noise on the defensive side on Icebox. It's time now looking to come alive when they need him the most.
An opening pick, though, for Converse. That's something they don't rarely give away. And once they have it, trying to win a round in a 4-on-5 is task easier said than done, that's for sure. All 3 of the 4 remaining members for Cumberland looking out towards B. They've got the op there, taking a shot, so they know Converse that it's here.
Zeke is just waiting. Emperor's going to be popped. Here's the defenders dropping the lockdown. K is going to get the better of Excite, and there's 30 seconds left. You need to decide, are you going for B or are you rotating? If you do rotate, JSP through the middle of the map, making sure that it is not possible. The lockdown brings us to 20 seconds, Vincent. 3-on-4 for the execute. Cumberland going to drop this Viper's Pit and look to get the spike down.
Should be able to get it down pretty easily. Oh, never mind.
Louis gets 2. Here's your way back in. Viper's Pit. And a 2-on-2. Swarm on the outside with the operator looking for the difference. And there it is. Blitz goes down. It's all into the back of J. Cruel. Can we get another heroic moment? Not this time, says Swarm.
From a 4-on-5 to victory, they find their way back in business. How have we seen this comeback continue time after time? Converse, they start this game out 10-2. And here we are at 11-9. Scoreline, another eco required for Converse. And it's hard to put my finger on exactly what's going wrong for Converse. Cumberland, like I said, they're playing very basic when it comes to like strategy. They are playing together, ensuring that they can trade, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's smart play, especially when you're up against some stars like Converse have.
Poison's off.
Well, Zeke has just cleared out the entirety of mid.
Got one.
Okay, for the trade, though. 4-on-4. K on in the paranoia. A little bit of trouble here. JSP at the Guardian swings out Zeke. The Guardian as well. Morg, let's see it. The team needs you. Here we go. Zeke has an idea. Morg's going to swing on back. A little bit of damage done, but 43 seconds, and he's hitting the road, though. Spike is down.
Missed it.
He just cannot. He has from the shadows, Vincent. He has the ultimate.
Oh, you're right. He's going to be able to grab it. That's unfortunate.
30 seconds left.
Trying desperately just to get it. There's no dice there. Fast rotation, Zeke on the flank. It's going to be pretty quick. I don't know that Morg's going to be expecting him so quickly, though. A good post plant for Morg. Getting the high ground. And there's so much space cleared out by Zeke.
Morg's giving it a chance here.
No, he has to be up top or in towards mid. Okay, then Zeke is just so swift.
Yeah, I mean, immediately. It's going to be an easy defuse here. Converse White, the thrifty, gets them to 12, Vincent. And Zeke, I mean, it's not a pop-off play at the end. It's a round that Converse had in the bag. Or gave them a chance to bring them to double digits, and it's just not meant to be. Luckily for Cumberland, though, they're not done yet. They're going to be able to buy up into this round.
You know, it's crazy as well, because remember, that wasn't a full buy. That was a half buy. I think both of the rounds here for Converse have kind of been of similar fashion in that way. Now they just need one more. The amount of rounds they have to work with is certainly lessened, but weaponry has never been better.
You should run.
Another performance towards the A site right now for Converse.
JSP, he wants to go for this. He's going to go over this one. K has no idea. That's going to sting.
And this is a... Oh my goodness, Ren. What an incredible catch. He caught 2 in one shot and then gets the confirmation though to excite. He was just going fishing with that Hunter Siri.
And you needed that.
It's an equalizer.
Yeah, you needed that, though. JSP Moore trying to go back to his old reliable up top, and undetected. Swarm traded by JSP. 3 in the round, looking to follow up with the rest of the team. Here is J. Cruel on the rafters. It's JSP 4-4. Ren 1v2. Trapped between Zeke and JSP, listening for JSP, but has no idea where Zeke is. Ren for the clutch. Little ring around the rosy to deny the map from Converse. Ren's bringing us to 10.
Don't worry, you're with me.
What more could JSP do? There gets 4, and it's not enough. Ren with a triple kill, and the 1v2 indeed goes their way. Just a little bit overzealous. Sure of themselves were Converse, and they get felled. Another round to Cumberland. They still haven't equalized, but they are getting darn close. This is crazy. I can't even believe what we're watching right now. GSP wanting such an aggressive fight.
Well, back in. He's feeling it. Looking to be the difference for Converse. Cloudburst actually gives Cumberland a little bit of chance here to pressure on, and Snakebite down as well. Cade can open up with the kill into J. Cruel blind for the paranoia. JSP gets caught. Blitz! A triple kill!
Remaining.
Is it enough? Zeke, the 1v2. Spike not down. But Zeke is here to hit this right away.
I think he knows where both of these players are as well.
And he's making the full wrap. Only a Guardian, but it could be enough.
One enemy remaining.
Zeke's gonna get Morg. Ren to clutch up again. The 1v1 swings around.
Oh!
Ren is ice cold on Icebox.
Oh my goodness, Rin coming in to save the day twice in a row. What the heck is that? These clutches have gone the distance, and now we are at the distance. It's final round of regulation. And right now, Converse, they're just trying to remember back a time, a better time, when they were up 10-2, and they had no cares. Aggressive Hunter Fury. And Excite's done it again! SP on the connection, up and over.
Zeke here to disrupt this one. They're walking on in. Cumberland down to 3. This could be their winner's bracket chances. Can they clutch up? JSP, another one through the toxic screen.
Enemy
He's dancing with death, but as Cumberland all fall, a flawless for Converse. It goes the distance.